Ladies and gentlemen, it's me with my seeing eye Illuminati shirt on. And I don't make too many videos anymore, do I? Man, everybody's giving me crap. I upload one every week now, and I used to do them a lot. But I'm running out of a little bit of things to talk about, and I'm busy, and so... but I'll never run out of Nectar Pivo. It's a good beer from Republika Srpska and Banja Luka. So, zdravo, bratso, my buddies over there. Today I'm going to get to business. I was just, once again, I was given a death threat by an Albanian gentleman, we'll call him, I guess. And I scared the dog crap out of him. He claims, here's what he said to me, okay? His name is Gitoar Miroci, is what it looks like. He says, who do you think you are? You are nothing. You keep saying I'm American. Yeah, what does that mean? You're nothing special, nothing new. Shit, you're just a person without knowledge that insults my nation, you pig. I swear if you ever dare come to Kosovo, I will kill you, motherfucker. Ta quifash rodin e flicket pederi flicket. That's what he said to me. So he threatened my life, and I really don't like that. That's kind of scary. Here a few weeks ago, and I said this, actually it's been probably a month ago. Time goes so fast when you're an old guy. The U.S. Embassy, one great thing about them, they contact you, they let you know what's going on, dangerous situations, and we were warned here in the Balkans because of security. Border security here in the Balkans is not good, and it's easy for the extremists to sneak up into this part of Europe, and they are. So they've sent me messages about that, and to all other Americans here too. They send all of us that. So anyway, here's my response to Mr. Gitoar. I said, Gitoar, I've never once insulted an Albania, or anyone else, and I'm no one special, just an American who supports my Serbian brothers and sisters. You live in Serbia. I thought you lived in Albania. You should never threaten to kill an American citizen. I have just forwarded your comment and this message to my emergency email at our consulate in Pristina. Dear sir or madam, I'm an American who's been living in Serbia for the last 3 years. My life was just threatened by a Kosovo Albanian. I am deeply concerned after seeing all the attacks and murders that are being committed by Islamic extremists. Please document this threat against my life and pass it to the local police or whatever you need to do. I agree to press charges or whatever needs to be done. I can visit the U.S. Embassy here in Belgrade, Serbia if anything is required. Here is his message along with his name. As soon as I posted that here on Facebook, he immediately deactivated his account, but I want to make note of it again just in case I disappear from sight, and this is the gentleman that killed me. Anyway, I hate to mess around with things like that because you never know a crazy person and what a crazy person will do. But I want to make note once again because so many of these people will just immediately assume that I hate them, okay? When they pull up something about Serbia, here's probably what happens. These Albanian people are angry. They look up Serbia for angry reasons, not to learn or not. I'm not saying I'm trying to teach them anything. I'm not trying to teach anybody anything. Maybe they're just looking it up to be angry, to find some angry videos, or maybe positive videos so they can put horrible things on it. They find me, maybe they watch one video, maybe they watch 10 seconds of that video, and they hear me say something about Serbia, and they instantly think that I despise them, or that I have conflict or problems with anybody else. And that is absolutely false. And I've made that statement over and over and over again. It's frustrating, because this happens all the time. I made a couple videos about Albania. Probably 5 or 6 of them I've actually mentioned Albania or Kosovo in that, And most of the time it has to do with the soccer game is what it was about, okay? And just give my opinion on it. And that was all. I never said I hated anybody. I didn't disrespect you. I didn't disrespect anything. And my view on the Kosovo situation, my view is different from Albanians and the American government, and it more closely aligns with the Serbian view, but that doesn't mean that I'm kissing their ass, okay? And it doesn't mean that I hate you, or I think your people are being treated wonderfully, or were being treated wonderfully. I don't think they were, but, we just have a little bit of a differing issues, differing points on a couple things probably. But, you don't need to hate me. You don't need to try to kill me because I don't hate you, If you hate me, that's fine. There's a lot of Serbians here that do the same thing. I get hate mail from Serbians because they'll watch one video. There was one video I made called One Negative About Serbia, okay? Some people obviously don't understand humor because that video was stupid. I did it in Nish. And my one negative about Serbia, it was that I couldn't read butter that comes in a can. I thought it was dip and cheese, and I ate it and it was butter. Okay, that was my negative. Jesus Christ, if you're going to send me hate mail for saying something like that, you need your head examined, man, because I got 450 videos. All my stuff's about culture, food, history, people, things that's going on here. It's not about hate about anybody else. I don't mention other stuff usually, okay? But it's not all bad with Albanians, okay? I've got a couple Albanian friends. Hoxha, Hoaxa, I forget how to pronounce his name. He's my Albanian friend that wrote to me. We talk all the time, or chit-chat back and forth on Facebook. Really nice gentleman. He moved from Tirana to Canada. And this other young man, I want to read this one because this is to show, I don't want to say all Albanians are bad and mean to me because they're not, okay? Here's this young man. I just ate a bunch of Ivar, so I'm belching more than usual. Here's what this young man says. His name is Lulzim. Lulzim is his name. He says, "Hey Charles, I've randomly watched your videos on YouTube by searching Google for Serbia Albanian friends. Isn't that nice? Today I've seen some more of your videos and now I have some questions. I've always had some questions, but now some more. Not only questions, but also some of my opinions to say. I hope you will read this message, and I'm sorry for my bad English because I live in Germany. I will start to tell you about my opinions first. When I saw your video in which you wear a Serbian shirt in an Albanian location, I thought, okay, nice. But I think those young boys told each other after you left, what a jerk this dude was. Fuck Serbia. That's what he thought those kids in the Albanian bar said to me. My opinion about this, if it really was so, what I do not hope is that most Albanians are stupid and ignorant. All Albanians wipe with their eyebrow when they hear the words Serb, Russian, Greek, and I think this is disgusting. About 80 to 90% of Albanian parents and older people say to younger people that they must hate Greeks, Russians, and mostly Serbians. Also, so did my parents and family in Kosovo. But even I was a kid and I thought, why? And now I'm totally against this. I hope for peace and brotherhood between Albania and Serbia because we have the same mentality and culture without the religion. Today I even listen to 2 or 3 Serbian songs and have these in my music player. In the beginning I was like, weird to hear this. My dad would be angry when he would know that I kind of like this music, but now it's not a problem for me. I think I am one of those rare Albanians which do not hate Serbs, but every Albanian friend is not like this. So my question is, how this is in Serbia and Serbian families. In one of your videos, you said Serbs hate Albanians mostly, and in every Facebook page about politics, satire, comedy from Serbs, they are like Albanians are kebabs, remove them, Kosovo je Serbia. But can watch some of this stuff in Facebook pages like Serbia Ball, but also Albania Ball. Every country in this comedy genre has their own ball. So my other question is, do you think Albania and Serbia will one day become friends like Croatia is with Slovenia, like brothers? And why Serbs keep saying Kosovo is Serbia? Are they proud to open their eyes and accept that Kosovo is mostly with Albanian people, so it's Albanian clay? I mean, Russians want also Crimea from Ukraine because in Crimea more Russians are living than in Ukraine. Some information about me. I'm 19 years old, born in Vranje and live in Germany since I was 3. In my childhood, I was a Muslim because of my parents. Now I'm then atheist, and now I'm a deist, living in some higher force and some positive elements of Christianity. I hope you have a nice day, Charles. By the way, Charles, do not sound like Serbian. Are you American or do not sound like a Serbian? Are you Serbian or an American? Okay. And I wrote him a nice message back. Anyway, quickly, so we don't have an hour-long video, I really respect you, little man, Luzslim, because it's nice to hear something like that you said that you're brought up to dislike Serbian people, and unfortunately, I think a lot of that is the same here in Serbia, because it seems like, I don't want to say this because I don't want to get in trouble here, I get frustrated with hate and anger and stuff like that too. But it's going to be, that's just the way it is, because there's been problems, there's been murders, there's been death, there's been defiling of graves and churches and mosques and things. So there's going to be bad blood, of course. But I think a lot of people here are also brought up to distrust and dislike Albanians, just to be honest. And at least you recognize that, and you said about 80 to 90% are probably taught that way. I don't know if it's that much. I don't even think it's that much in Albania. I think the problem is the media. The media and the governments on both sides, be it Albania, the government there in Kosovo, whatever they are, and the Serbian government, I think that a lot of that is to blame. And you want to know why? I think because this region, it doesn't matter if you're in Serbia, you're in Albania, you're in Bosnia, you're wherever in this part of Europe, there's corruption, there's poverty, there's high tax, there's no jobs, okay? So the last thing they want is these people to start getting along and having good stories out there about it, because that's going to take then people are going to be happy with that, and they're going to be more concerned with no jobs, lack of infrastructure and things. So for governments, it's important. The same with mine. I'm not any different. My government does not want us to constantly be content and friendly with every other nation, because when we don't think we have to fear someone, we start being fearful of our government and being more concerned with what we don't have at home. Razumish. I really think that's the case. But another thing, the people, when I travel around here and live in Serbia, I meet many, many Serbians. My close friends that I hang out with, they don't hate anybody. They don't hate Albanians. They don't have time to hate them. They don't think about them, And if you were to come here and you were to be friendly and open-minded with people, they would be friendly to you also. That's how it is. I'm an American. We bomb Serbia. They treat me wonderfully. A small portion of the people are angry and hate me, Same with you. Same with me in Kosovo. This guy wanted to kill me, okay? I don't think all Kosovo Albanians are that way, no. Okay? But there's a small portion that are. When you get online, you cannot judge a whole nation by the comments you read on YouTube or read on Serbian newspapers, because the comments you read there, usually the people that take time to comment are angry people, small-minded people, usually. Most normal people. My parents back in the United States are normal. You never hear about normal Americans on television. It's always the upper rich or the fat or the ignorant people. My parents are normal. They don't hate anybody. They don't hate Muslims. They don't want us to go to war anywhere. But you never see them on TV, And my parents would never take the time to comment on something on the internet, okay? Because most sane type people don't. Most sane type people don't make videos and put it on YouTube and stuff, because this is what happens. You get people that hate you for no reason, and people that investigate you. One dumb bitch in England, she's a Serbian, and she said, I'm gonna watch you. I don't understand your quest there in Serbia. You blog about Serbia, you have a hidden agenda, all this crap. You never know what you'll run into. When you throw yourself out there, that's what happens. I really applaud you, though, for listening to Serbian music, being interested, and questioning why you should hate someone. You said Serbians hate Albanians mostly in your videos. I didn't really say that. I just said Serbia. When you talk to regular Serbians and you were to add up which country they probably distrusted and disliked the most, Albania would be number one. America would probably be a close second. Or tied with Croatia, probably. Those three, Then Bosnia's in there, and that's it. And then the European Union nations, But they don't. That's that, That's that question. How is this Serbian families? No. And in every Facebook page about politics, satire, comedy, they say Kosovo, Serbia, Albanians are kebabs, remove them. No, it's silly. It's comedy stuff. Albanians say bad things about Serbians. Americans say bad things about Muslims. Muslims say bad things about it. It's just a little funny thing, You should never take that stuff that seriously. Do you think Albania and Serbia will one day become friends like Croatia and Slovenia? You know what, I wish. I don't see it anytime soon. But it would be nice, but that's a quick and easy question. I don't see it very soon. And it's unfortunate, because I've heard people down there are very friendly, hospitable people to foreigners too. And I need to go see, but I haven't been yet. But I don't think they will anytime soon now. And why Serbs keep saying Kosovo is Serbia? Well, that's a kind of an easy question. And you know what? I'm not going to answer that question because I know what's going to happen. We'll just keep that question there because many people feel like it is part of Serbia and it's part of their history and part of their country and part of their soul, their heart, and everything. And that's above my pay grade. And are they proud to open their eyes and accept that Kosovo is mostly with Albanian people? Well, they do admit it now that Kosovo is a majority Albanian society. Serbians don't have as many kids as Albanians do. And that's one reason right there. And I'd like to talk to an Albanian, actually you, and find out how many brothers and sisters you have. It seems like in your culture or religion, you're not Muslim, I don't know why, but so many of the families there have like 10 kids, 8 kids. Serbian families have small amounts. They don't have very much money either, but they don't have very many kids here. Okay, is that enough? Because my video is going to be very long. And you said, are you an American or are you a Serbian? I'm an American citizen. I'm an American 100%. I like Serbia, and that's it. Okay? That's it, my friend. Happy to see you. There's good people everywhere, bad people everywhere. Just wanted to show a little bit of both. Hvala, do viđenja.